enters the championship game unblemished. Wisconsin comes in off 3 straight comeback victories. The winner punches a ticket to the place they've all dreamed of playing. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, home of the Little League World Series. Always important to remind your players, if you got to use the John, now's the time. Before first pitch, Parker Sloden Berkey leads things off for a Wisconsin team that's hit above 400 in the tournament, but boy, do they have a tall task today against Cooper Tisson, who has struck out 14 over the 5 innings that he's pitched this week.
Yeah, something's got to give. A lineup that's averaging almost 8 runs a game, but they're up against a pitcher that has been about as stingy as you could possibly be. So going to be a fascinating matchup, a really good Wisconsin offense versus just an electric left-handed arm in Cooper Tisson.
We saw him throwing some long toss in center field pregame, and even that was fun to watch. An electric arm and an incredible young athlete who has starred all week in Whitestown, Indiana. And his first pitch is knocked into the outfield by Parker Sloden. The first ball to leave the infield this week against Cooper Tisson is a leadoff single.
Talk to me, Parker. I can dig it now. I talked to the Wisconsin coaching staff before this game, and they said their plan was to swing. Cooper Tisson not only strikes a bunch of people out, but he throws a ton of strikes. And so they were not going to be impatient, or they were not going to be patient. They were going to let it rip. And look at this. 2 pitches and already a runner in scoring position.
And you wondered if we would see, with all the movement and the power that Tisson has, if we would see any issues behind the plate. Already a ball gets away, and up to second goes Sloden.
Yeah, you could argue the most important defensive player on the field is Cannon Kane. I mean, he's got the tall task of catching Tisson. And we see the speedster, Mac Bagoon, try to lay down a bunt. That's not just a sack bunt. Mac Bagoon bunts for a hit all the time. What a start here for Wisconsin. A chance to score maybe here in the first.
That one gets away. Sloden decides to stay put as it ricocheted right back to Kane off the backstop.
I think you got to go. Ball gets to the backstop. You have to go there and make Kane throw you out.
Well, I'll tell you, with this, as hot as those pitches are coming in for Tisson, it's going to be tough to square up a bunt today.
Yeah, if I was a lefty trying to bunt off Tisson, I'd be trying to pull it towards the second baseman, not drag it towards third. But now he's probably going to have to deal with a breaking ball.
Goes after a pitch upstairs, first out of the inning.
There's that big breaking ball. Couple foul ball attempts on a bunt, and then old Uncle Charlie rips in the zone. Again, boy, wouldn't you feel better if you were Wisconsin if that runner was on third base, as we see the late break there on a curveball from Tisson.
Sam Irwin comes up swinging. The son of one of the star players for this Wisconsin team. No relation to Caleb Irwin, who's playing in center field for Iowa today. 1-2.
From 46 feet, that is a ton of late break. Just let you know just how much he's spinning that baseball. And we get our first time out of the day, folks. Now, you talk about putting your hot streak on the line.
Fastball, all right? You're going to go to left center. If it's off speed, your hands are already back here, and you're going to take right over the shortstop's head. All right? Relax. You got this, all right? That's all I have to do. Thanks.
We're looking fastball. If he throws it, we're going to hit over the shortstop's head. And if it's a breaking ball, we're going to be on time. That's the plan.
2 down.
Some plans are hard to execute.
Particularly when you're facing a guy like Cooper Tisson, who now has 16 strikeouts in the regional.
And this is just gas. Breaking balls early and fastballs late. And now you can tell just the body language, the rhythm of Cooper Tisson. Look at him hopping off the mound. He's getting that thing and working quickly.
Facing his counterpart here, Owen Bergholz, who has not only been A strong player on the mound for Wisconsin, but also at the plate.
It's a tough matchup too for Wisconsin. They run 4 of their first 5 hitters are left-handed. I mean, that is not a friendly matchup.
How about striking out the side after the first base hit into the outfield against Tisson this week? But boy, have they started to write their own history this week. Berkey, Cooper, Tisson included.
Yeah, it's an Iowa offense that's been fantastic here this week, hitting .386. They've hit 3 home runs. Tisson and Johnson, who you will see in the 1 and 2 hole, have accounted for all 3 of those. But a group that scored 8 runs in the top of the 6th to get themselves to this point. So they come in here with a bunch of momentum, and they will face a very talented left-hander in Owen Bergholz for Wisconsin. Maybe not as electric from a fastball standpoint as we saw from Cooper Tisson, but Owen Bergholz has been fantastic. 9-inning pitch, just 3 hits in those 9 innings, 8 strikeouts, and the pitch to watch with Bergholz is the breaking ball. You're going to see a lot of curveballs, especially here against these top 2 hitters who are both left-handed.
Cooper Tisson has hit .625 to lead all Iowa hitters this week, and has hit 2 out of the park. How much pressure is it for a kid like Owen Bergholz to pitch today, knowing what your offense has to go up against in Cooper Tisson?
Well, I think it's you got to be kind of perfect, right? I mean, it doesn't mean you have to throw a perfect game, but you really have to figure out a way to get through these top 2 especially.
Backhanded at second base. Good defense will help from Eli Liska. 1 down.
But Bergholz strikes me as the type of kid that the pressure of knowing you need to post zeros isn't going to make him nervous as much as it's going to make him locked in. I talked to him before the game, one of the great 12U quotes I've ever heard. I said, "Oh, what's the plan today?" He said, "Throw strikes and hit dingers." I said, "You're ready. I think you're going to be just fine."
Gets a first pitch strike on big Anthony Johnson Jr., who has also homered this week. .57", 190 pounds, aptly nicknamed Hammer.
The Hammer, and he hammered a ball here a couple of days ago over the bleachers. Unfortunately for him, it was just a touch foul. Of course, he backed it up with a double off the left field wall. So he can leave the yard foul line to foul line. He's in scoring position as soon as he walks up to the dish.
His dad, Anthony Johnson Sr., the first base coach. That's a good pitch from Bergholz. That bending breaking ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball. That's the one he's going to need, again, especially against these lefties, Tisson and Johnson.
Ball. 2-2 just missed. Parker Sloden, the starting catcher, thought that might have been strike 3.
Well, you see the command there of Bergholz. Now you got to go back to the breaking ball here.
He does. And a chop just fouled the first base bat.
And that wasn't even his good one. So the fact that Johnson still hit that off the end of the bat makes me believe that you go back to it here. You hung it, and he was still early.
Second pitch of the at-bat is a strikeout. 2 gone.
Back to the breaking ball, and that one even slower with a little more late movement. What a start. You get Tisson and Johnson out. And I told you, Matty, this kid's up for the party now. Owen Bergholz is a real dude in his own right.
Two gone, bases clear for Cannon Kane. Look how far back Wisconsin's defense is playing. Kieran Curley caught that on the fly. Tigers, Pirates, Braves, and Brewers, who are absolutely dominating the NL Central right now. A lot of Brewers fans in attendance here today, cheering on the team from Whitefish Bay. All these games available on ABC, ESPN, and the ESPN app.
How good's that Braves-Brewers matchup going to be at the Little League Classic? That's an October matchup right there.
Sure is. I don't know if you saw this, Berkey, but last night the Cubs' Michael Busch broke up a no-hit bid in the 7th by Cade Cavalli.
I didn't see that, but okay. Thank you for letting me know. Cade Cavalli, the former Oklahoma Sooner. Of course, Michael Bush was a Tar Heel legend.
Somebody else I know got their first major league home run breaking up a no-hit bid in the 7th. Can you guess who that is?
He may or may not be sitting next to you.
That is correct. And that no-hit bid was going by the one and only Pedro Martinez. You got that baseball frame somewhere or no?
I think Pops has it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cooper Tisson, meanwhile, has racked up 4 straight strikeouts after giving up a single to the leadoff batter.
Yeah, we call this settling in. First pitch of the game, rocket in the gap. Since then, nada.
All right, so how do you break it up if you're Wisconsin? You see that this guy's locked in and what locked in looks like for him.
To me, the plan with Tisson has to be to get your swing off. Because, again, he's a premium strike thrower as well. So you got to go up there ready to get 3 swings off. Last thing you want to do is be overly cautious and find yourself in a hole. And, of course, it's always a nice way to start the AB. Like Bredinger has here, where you get 2 easy takes, and now you're in a driver's seat count here with 2-0.
Oh, that one brushed him back a little bit. 3-1 count out of Bredinger.
Now, these are the tough ones, right? Because you got a chance to walk, but you're also in a hitter's count. This is where you got to really look small.
Second base runner aboard today for Wisconsin.
For Wisconsin, 14, Hudson Nava.
Now, again, this is where Wisconsin's got to be very aggressive on the bases. Any ball in the dirt, you're looking to move.
That win gets away from Kane. Up to second goes Bredinger.
Yeah. You're anticipating every pitch with a chance to advance, because you're going to have to manufacture runs with base running here in this game.
Snap throw down. What an arm from Kane, who was the one playing long toss with Tisson pregame. Both of them showing that skill off. Kane does it in the game.
That'll keep the runner close.
Wisconsin has not lacked for putting men on base. They have had a runner on base now in all 27 innings of this tournament. And time called by Kyle Fox.
All right, reset. We got. All right, he's got to come to you still. All right, back of the box. I want that front. You know how when you take batting practice, you get that front foot down and you just have your hands ready? I want to see you preloaded just like that, and you're just going to shoot one over down that right field line. All right, you got this, dude.
He wants him to preload those hands. Just basically go no stride or really get that foot down early.
1-2. Goes after strikeout number 5. 2 gone.
Love how the Whitefish Bay fans are chanting Kyle Fox when he calls timeouts. But that's just gas right there. Nava just unable to catch up.
Brandon Herring looks at ball 1. Kyle Fox yesterday, I believe we counted him 5 for 6 on either mound visits or offensive timeouts. Team seemed to produce whenever he stopped play and got them to calm down a little bit.
So good they did a Sports Center hit about it.
Yes.
That's when you know you had yourself a day.
Kyle has coached many of these youngsters' older brothers since they were 9 or 10 years old. Managing the 12U team this year. And they have had great success. 3-0 to Herring. This is the second straight year that Whitefish Bay Little League has represented the state of Wisconsin in the Midwest Regional.
Ball four.
No Wisconsin team has ever made it to Williamsport. Hearing draws a walk. 2-on for the first time today against Cooper Tisson.
Tisson having to regroup here, walk around the mound a little bit. As he wanted this one, fastball right at the top of the zone, doesn't go his way. And now Kieran Curley, who got his first hit in the last game, looking to put the first run on the board here this afternoon.
It was a big hit at that. Drove in a run. Came in the midst of 4 consecutive singles, 3 of them RBI singles yesterday for Iowa.
Here we go.
Such a tough balance here where you know, he's struggling a little bit to find the zone. You don't want to do him any favors, but you have a runner in scoring position. You have to try to take advantage. And again, it's the balance of not being too picky but not chasing out of the zone. Just what makes power pitchers so tough to face.
Curley goes after the 1-2. 6 strikeouts for Cooper Tisson. Despite all the great baseball, particularly that's come out of Whitefish Bay Little League. We've had a number of Whitefish Bay natives make it in the Major League Baseball draft in recent years, including a couple of first rounders in 2024 and 2025. Owen Bergholz back on the bump for Wisconsin, taking on Caleb Irwin, son of Iowa manager Mark Irwin.
It's pretty clear the plan of Bergholz, especially against these left-handers. Fastballs away and then pair it with that sweeping breaking ball. And the command of the fastball has really been good. He keeps getting it to that outside part of the plate or just off the edge pretty much anytime he wants to.
Shut down a dangerous top 3 in Iowa's lineup, 1-2-3 in the first. Ball did not leave the infield
2 ball, 2 strike.
in the first inning against Bergholz. 2-2 to Irwin. And a strikeout, his second of the game.
There it is. Fastballs away and big breaking balls away. Bergholz continues to get the ball out and off the outside corners to those left-handers. And boy, if he can live out there, he's going to be very difficult to handle. Tell you, Bergholz is matching the juice of Tisson. He's out there pounding his chest and getting all fired up just like his opposition. This is a fun one to call here, Matty. We got 2 left-handers that are fully engaged.
Your prediction of a pitcher's duel is taking shape here.
I went way out on a limb with that.
You best prediction of the week.
Like saying it was going to rain today.
Yeah. That's every day in Indy this week, it seems. Logan Chantis had a big role to play in Iowa's comeback win against Missouri on Wednesday. Pitched 3 innings in relief, allowed just 3 runs. He's at the plate here with a full count and 1 down. Bases clear.
Ball 4.
When you were coming to the plate in a game that felt like a pitcher's duel was brewing, did that change your mentality, your approach at all, or were you just locked into doing your job regardless of the circumstances?
No, I think it definitely does. I think everybody feels the importance of each and every at-bat when you know that your opportunities are limited, and then it would really heighten your chances that you have with runners in scoring position. And that, you know, that's kind of what I was talking about last week, half inning for Wisconsin is, again, he's struggling to throw strikes, so you don't want to help him out. However, you don't want to leave the batter's box having not gotten 3 swings off with a chance to drive in a run. So, again, elite pitchers are tough for a lot of different reasons, but probably the most of which is developing a plan and making good swing decisions. Because, you know, coach can tell you, hey, man, let's get on the fastball, but you don't want to be so on the fastball that you keep chasing the ball up out of the zone or off the edge of the plate. It just makes swing decisions very difficult.
Crew Neff drops down a bunt. That's going to stay in fair territory, and Bergholz cannot make the throw in time. Does it get any better than that for the second baseman?
Well, and I don't think Bergholz had a chance either way, but certainly once he picked it up with his glove, this was a base hit all the way. Just Crew Neff deadens it perfectly up the first base line. That thing stays dead straight, and Bergholz really just didn't have a play. That ball was dropped in no man's land.
Iowa did not reach base in the first inning. They now have 2 on and 1 out for Xavier Lutke in the second. Beautiful off speed there from Bergholz.
But again, I don't mind it. You get a runner in scoring position. You're going up there trying to take your best swing. If you come up empty on a good breaking ball, so what? Now you've at least seen it.
Ball. Time.
Bergholz being very careful with that fastball. You see Sloten continue to set up off the plate.
Well, Lutke's a guy you don't want to miss too. 4 for 7 in the tournament with 2 runs batted in. He's been one of Iowa's best hitters, which is saying something. They've been so good top to bottom this week.
Ball, that's out.
Yeah, and having a guy like Lutke down there in the order, as productive as he's been, is a huge shot in the arm for a lineup. Makes you feel like you can do damage in different parts of the batting order.
This team remarkably has had a better batting average with runners in scoring position than in any other situation. They've hit 386 as a team, but 435 with runners in scoring position. Elite with their situational hitting this week. And the 2-2 is launched to left. It is over the head of Hearing and off the wall. Will drive in at least one, and it'll stay a 1-0 game as Chantis comes in to score.
Well, the first hanging breaking ball we've seen of the ball game from Owen Bergholz, and we saw Lutke look uncomfortable early in the count. Not here. He gets a breaking ball out over the plate, keeps the hands back and smokes that thing off the left field wall. An RBI double, and you think he's a little excited? The emotion from Xavier Lutke.
What's that?
Taking signs on second.
Who is?
The second baseman.
What are they doing?
Well, they see fastball, they touched it, and then
All right.
so we
I'll talk to him. Hey, this guy likes to chase curveballs. He's going to be late, all right? He's going to be late. We got to play infield in, though, all right? We got to play infield in, all right? And look the guy back, all right? Got it?
Sure
he likes to bunt, all right? Looking back, fire at home, all right? And then try first and go to home. They're stealing signs, all right? They're stealing signs from second. Anytime we're calling off speed, he's tugging on his helmet.
I'll get us together and we'll talk about it. I'll get us
All right.
together. Yep.
One thing you could say about Kyle Fox is we've gotten to listen in to most of his meetings this week while he's been mic'd up, is that he's got a calming presence with his team, Bert.
No question, and he's got a plan. He doesn't just walk out there with platitudes. Like he walked out there with a scouting report on how they want to attack Liam Rasso, and also gave him a situational plan as far as how they're going to handle different types of results from a defensive standpoint. Playing the infield in here. The scouting report, according to Coach Fox, was that he will chase the breaking ball and they can beat him with the heater. So let's see if that report plays out.
Ball.
To Liam Rasso.
Ball. Here we go. Put him on.
Putting you on. He's putting you on.
And they're going to intentionally walk him with a 3-0 count. It's the 5th time Rasso has been walked this week. Though here it doesn't feel like the biggest deal, especially after they did it intentionally. Berkey, now you got to force it any base, and a double play could be turned by coming home first.
Yeah, I think once you go 3-0, that probably makes sense. Now, we've seen Broyles attempt to bunt here this week. He was ready to hit there, not looking to bunt that time. And to me, I'd let him swing with the force out now being at the plate. It's a much easier play to defend if you tried to safety squeeze. So I just let him rip.
0-1.
Down.
This feels like a very big moment for Owen Bergholz and Wisconsin, with as well as Cooper Tisson has pitched in this game for Iowa. 2-1 to Broyles.
Bergholz starting to lose that fastball to the arm side. Just hasn't been able to get ahead with the heater.
A 1-0 deficit is not impossible to overcome for a Wisconsin team that has, in 3 straight games, surmounted deficits. But 2 or 3 runs for Cooper Tisson feels like a mountain.
It does. Yeah, if they can put another run or 2 on the board here, you're putting Wisconsin in a really tough bind.
Two. Bergholz buckles down for a strikeout. 2 gone.
Well, give the young man credit. He was losing those fastballs out into the arm side, and he clearly made an adjustment to get the ball back to the middle of the plate, and he challenged Broyles and wins that very big at bat. Still 1 big out left.
Tate Devaney had an RBI single for Iowa all the way back on Friday in their 13-0 win against North Dakota. Despite going 3-0 so far in the tournament, they've had to win in different ways. Had a 1-run win against South Dakota Saturday, a comeback win against Missouri on Wednesday.
Left
side, ball 2 to Devaney.
Keep on 1 strike.
Nowhere to put him with the bases loaded and 2 down.
And you can feel the tension, and the tension is not just because the bases are loaded and you don't want to force a run in or walk a run in, however you want to phrase that. It's because of who you're facing.
Yeah.
And you know that every run allowed makes the mountain that much steeper to climb.
That's a clutch pitch from Bergholz. Full count.
And now if you're Tate Devaney, you gotta be ready to pull the trigger right here. He threw a strike on 3-1. You can't go down looking here.
Payoff pitch. Bergholz, did he get him? Yes, sir! Back-to-back catch. Berkey, he's always got a plan, and the plan now is very direct. Get small in the box, force Tisson to throw you something over the plate.
Yeah, early the plan was to let it rip because they felt like he was going to throw a ton of strikes. The command hasn't been maybe quite as sharp. And so, hey, plans are allowed to change.
We say all that, and yet he's got 6 strikeouts.
That's right, but it hasn't been just strike 1, strike 2, strike 3.
Has walked a couple of guys. Both free passes came in the 2nd inning.
And I think ultimately, especially here at the bottom of the order, like even if you can get your pitch count up, that's a small win.
Sure. Well, he's already up to 41. The max in a game is 85. And already this is at least a 5-pitch at bat for Griffin Hansen.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Play.
2-2 from Tisson. How about strikeout number 7 to start the 3rd?
Well, again, do you want to strike out? No. Is it at least part of the plan to go to get 5 pitches? Yeah, that's not the worst at bat in the world. And Cooper Tisson starting to stick his chest out a little bit, getting the crowd fired up.
Ball. Ball.
Quite a pedigree for Cooper Tisson, whose father, Greg, played in the Expos organization. Made it to AAA ball. Had a number of SEC schools after him coming out of high school, opted to sign a professional contract instead.
Hey now.
Big PCA fan.
Look at PCA when he was 12. What a find, crew. Well done.
So Cooper Tisson is obviously top 24 for Team USA U12, 12U rather, as his favorite player PCA was. 1 out walk issued to Levi Cushman.
Let's go, Eli! Let's go! 18, Eli Wiska.
Ball.
Bottom of the order here for Wisconsin, Eli Liska. Don't let his position in the lineup fool you. Enters the day 4 for 9 at the plate.
And again, at the very least, they are going to do their best to try to make this inning as laborious as possible here for Tisson. Keep the pitch count rising. Get him deep into the count. Not only might you get him out of the game at some point, but maybe you get him a little fatigued and the stuff starts to calm down a touch. Maybe. It's a plan.
Here we go.
Sounds like a good plan to me. 2-2. That one sails, ricochets right back to Kane into center with his throw.
Got to. And if that's a perfect throw, are you out? Sure. Is it worth the risk? Absolutely. Anytime you get a chance to move a runner into scoring position, to me, it's worth the risk. You're only going to get so many chances.
Going small. You got it looking for it right in that little tight little box. All right, they're playing so deep. All right, you just get that bat out, you get that foot down, just get the barrel on it. It's going to fly over the second baseman's head.
Okay.
All right, if it's in there, if it's above your hands, you take it and get ball 4. All right, you look good at the plate. Got this? Let's go get it.
Full count to Liska. So far today, Wisconsin 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Tisson blows it by for strikeout number 8.
Well, we still have not had a non-strikeout out. So there have been 8 outs recorded by Cooper Tisson, all strikeouts.
Runner takes third. And now some more aggressive base running here from Wisconsin. Put the pressure on. Tying run is one bag away. Only one ball has been put in play today against Thyssen. That was Parker Sloden.
First pitch of the game.
Yes, sir. He stands at the plate here and with the potential to tie it up.
And Levi Cushman has to be anticipating any pitch that gets away.
Breaking ball for strike two.
Come on, Parker,
let's go! Win it, Park!
Parker Sloden's parents cheering. Oh, and it bounces into right field. Tie game. Parker Sloden delivers again. Looked like it took a weird last hop right before the glove of Crew Neff could corral the ball, and Wisconsin takes advantage.
Well, and part of it is you have to wonder if the defense gets a little on their heels. The ball just hasn't been put in play other than by the first time Sloden was up. But the value of putting the ball in play with 2 strikes, Parker Sloden punches one to the second baseman. Neff can't make the play, and we got ourselves a tie ball game.
0-2 to Mac Magoon. Still the only 2 balls that have been put in play today off the bat of Parker Sloden. 9 strikeouts for Cooper Thyssen. But we have a 1-1 game in the championship.
Cooper Thyssen with a paint piece on the outside edge. 9 outs, 9 Ks.
Pennsylvania and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone! Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
It all starts August 19th on ESPN, ABC, and of course, the ESPN app. Winner of our Midwest Region Championship will punch a ticket to Williamsport. This is a region that's been dominated by the Dakotas in recent years. However, Iowa did make it out in 2022. Should Iowa win this one, it would be the 16th time that Iowa would represent their region at Williamsport. Though it would be the first time that a team from Davenport Northwest Little League would make it in over 20 years.
Here you go, buddy.
Tied at 1, Paxton Smith leads it off for Iowa in the bottom of the 3rd.
Thank you.
And we saw last inning that Berghold's command wasn't quite as sharp as we saw in the first. Things got really interesting. He was able to work out of a serious jam. Let's see if Northwest can apply some more pressure here with Cooper Thyssen due up 3rd. They'd love to see Paxton Smith or Jackson Rasso get on base.
Here we go.
1-2. How big now, Berkey, especially after Wisconsin scored the tying run, was Berghold's back-to-back strikeouts to get out of a bases-loaded jam last half inning?
Yeah, no question. And you could feel it in the moment. The tension in the building was palpable just because you know that runs are going to be so hard to come by on their end of things. Now, they were able to scratch one across and tie this thing up, but what you can't do is gift wrap Iowa any more runs.
Full count here to Smith, trying to get a base runner on before Thyssen comes to the plate, and he will. Leadoff walk. First time today that the leadoff runner has reached for Iowa.
Let's see how Iowa plays this one here with Rasso getting a chance. Runner on first. Do you bunt him?
Do you steal him? 13 stolen bags already in the tournament for Iowa.
Well, you don't really see straight steals in Little League Baseball just because you can't get a leadoff, but you certainly want to be aggressive on anything in the dirt. Parker Sloden way too good back there to just go with a straight steal.
To Jackson Rasso, the younger brother of Liam. Their father, Alan, the third base coach.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Jackson playing up a grade at 11 years old. Hammers the 2-1 foul.
There you go, buddy.
Love it. Got to be ready to hit. You know he does not want to walk you with Tisson on deck, so he's going to do his best to throw this thing middle. For Rasso, you have to stay aggressive.
Choked up for this 2-2. Oh, gets past Kane. And a full count, and now a runner in scoring position as Smith took a bag. Payoff pitch. And Bergholz with back-to-back walks to start the third, and now Tisson will come to the plate with nobody out and 2 on.
And that will draw Kyle Fox from the dugout. You got to go calm your left-hander down here.
Infield in, come on, everyone. You got this guy last time, right? All right. How's your curveball feeling? Do you think got it? You got it? All right. All right, let's finish the pitch. All right, relax. All right, so relax, finish the pitch. All right. Hey, let's go at him with the same. Let's go at him with the same plan that we were talking about. All right. So I want the curve so we can get him to chase, and let's keep working in and out. All right. You ready to go? Go. Hey guys, easy. Force at 2. Stay deep. Blue, stay back. Eli.
Well, Kieran Curley just ran to the dugout and now down to the bullpen. He's going to get loose for Wisconsin here after back-to-back walks to start the inning. And now Cooper Tisson, who's been one of the most dangerous players in this tournament, comes to the plate against his counterpart. He's already homered twice in this tournament.
Now playing left field, 27, Leo Vancaster. Moving to third base, Brandon Gary.
You know he's going to get a steady diet of breaking balls here. Let's see if Tisson can wait him out, find one he likes.
Tisson grounded out to second base in his first at bat of the game.
Right there, he's sitting on that breaking ball, and that one's just kind of hovered up above the hitting zone. He fouls it straight back. But if you're Bergholz, that gave you some information. Like, it certainly looks like Tisson is ready for that breaking ball.
Go ahead run at second base in a 1-1 game. Winner advances to Williamsport.
Careful here. Careful here if you go back to that breaking ball.
Outside ball 3.
And you can tell he's being very careful right now. And it's just not a time because you walk the first 2 hitters. So, yes, you want to be careful with Tisson, but if you're too careful, you end up with the bases loaded and big bad Anthony Johnson up to bat, and that is a tough spot to be in.
Here we go.
3-1. Tisson bounces it to second base, and it gets under the glove of Liska into right field. They wave Smith. Throw comes home. Not in time. 2-1 lead for Iowa.
I like the decision to be aggressive on the bases there, too, as Alan Rasso sends Paxton Smith on a ground ball that just kind of eats up Liska, a top spinner that ends up being kind of an awkward play for the Wisconsin second baseman. Now they're going to intentionally walk Anthony Johnson and load the bases up, and we're going to get a pitching change.
Play first base. All right, we're going to move Lou to the outfield. We'll give us a little bit faster outfield. Hey, you did great. All right, you competed, just missed here and there. All right, we got, what, 3 more innings? Let's get out of this jam. Be ready to make a play. All right, be ready to make a play down here. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Lou, go to left. Leo, Leo.
Well, he competed, no doubt about it. Bases are loaded now for Kieran Curley. What a spot to come into this game. Remember, last half inning for Iowa, they also had the bases loaded, only managed to score 1 run. If somehow Wisconsin can dance out of this without any more damage, it would be monumental. But what a task for Kieran Curley.
Well, this is back-to-back innings now where the bases have been loaded, and last inning Iowa wasn't able to cash in, but you keep loading the bases up, and at some point the floodgates open up. So you get one of your best hitters here in Cannon Kane with a chance to really bust this game wide open.
Lou Bredigan now playing in left. You heard Kyle Fox say we want some more speed in the outfield. Meanwhile, the infield, Berkey, is completely drawn in. They are coming home first and foremost as Kane digs in. The biggest hurdle this inning for Wisconsin pitching has been getting the ball over the plate. 2 walks and an intentional free pass.
Well, when you walk the bottom of the order and you got Tisson and Anthony Johnson Jr. due up, it's just a recipe for a big inning.
Kane takes strike 1.
To be fair, you did get the ground ball from Tisson. Like you had a chance to maybe pitch around it, but just unable to come up with that play.
Bases loaded, nobody out in the 3rd. 1-run lead for Iowa. Kane trying to add to it. Sprays it foul.
Well, it's a big swing there. His helmet almost came off. Curley setting him up with the breaking ball, and Kane finally gets a heater, and that is letting it rip right there.
Mark Irwin says he is the ultimate gamer. Ball gets past, Sloden race to the plate. Tag is in time. Beautifully executed by Parker Sloden. And the lead runner is down without a run. Will we see a challenge here?
Yeah, it looks like we are going to get a challenge here, but let's see if the tag beats. Yes, and that tag is in plenty of time. As Rasso just a step late from beating the tag of Curley.
Well, that angle makes it look closer, but then you see the glove on the belt in the bottom of the frame.
Man, he doesn't really slide.
He doesn't, no. If he slides there, he's probably safe.
Like, you make it such an easier tag when you're going into score and you're standing up. Like, that's really, you know, you could say, well, the ball didn't get that far away from him. I think if he gets low and slides early, he probably beats it. But he just goes in there kind of stumbling into home plate way too high. And yeah, he's clearly out at the plate.
Boy, what a huge defensive play by Parker Sloden to locate that ball as quickly as he did, flip it to Curley, who had to cover in a timely fashion. All of our umpires are volunteer.
All right, let's play.
Full count to Cannon Kane. First base open, one down in the third.
Ball 4.
And the bases are loaded again. Fourth walk of the inning. And yet it seems like not the worst thing in the world again. Double play gets you out of the inning. Force out at any base. Here's the lefty Caleb Irwin.
Yeah,
how about those hands by Alan Rasso at third?
Yeah, I'll give him a B+. It wasn't clean on the first time, but we did make the catch. No, I think walking Cannon Kane there is not the worst thing in the world. As we see here, just a touch of a bobble, Matty.
I forgot I'm speaking to a big league middle infielder here. It takes a lot to impress Chris Burke.
B+ is a solid grade. I don't know about you, but I love
Well,
B+.
you strike me as the guy that only accept A's.
Not in school. I'll take a B+ any day.
And gets away from Kieran Curley a little bit. And now, how does that change Caleb Irwin's plan? Heading to count 2-1 here.
Got to get your A+ swing off right here.
This is
he was late on the first pitch. Definitely not his A+ swing, but now you're in a 3-1 count. You have got to be ready to get the barrel out in front and see if you can't drive the ball in the gap.
Another 3-ball count.
Ball 4.
And that walks in a run. Every batter who's come to the plate in this inning for Iowa has seen 3 balls or more. And now a 2-run lead.
Well, it just looks like Wisconsin's pitching away from contact. You see Sloden continues to set up way out on the extreme part of the strike zone, if not off the plate. And a lot of times they're making their pitch, but they're just not challenging over the wide of the plate. That was better there.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go.
Bases juiced for Logan Chances. He walked in his first time up. Came around to score. First run of the game. Down to the count 0-2.
Thank you. 2 strikes.
Feels like almost every pitch the last 5 or so minutes has been high leverage, and now Kyle Fox is out of the dugout.
The kid at second base is sitting here.
And it seems like, Berkey, and I'm just speculating here, that it's another conversation about some potential sign tipping, which was a conversation earlier in the game as home plate umpire Larry Babcock will get the crew together.
You see Cannon Kane's out there at second base. He's certainly disputing when they came out of the dugout that was what was going on. It sounds like the umpires agree with him. There have been no warnings given.
Nope. Oh, 2. This is the 4th appearance on the mound this week for Curley. Gets a strikeout of Chances. 2 gone in the 3rd.
It's a big pitch. As much as it feels like Iowa is running away in this game, it's just a 2-run ball game as we see a breaking ball take a left-hand turn as it gets to home plate. Chantos just waves at it.
Last time up, Kruneff dropped down an excellent bunt, beat it out for a single.
Does Iowa have a big hit in them? They've had so many base runners, yet they just waiting for that one big swing of the bat.
Over to second base, fielded cleanly, flipped to first by Eli Liska. All things considered, Pretty good damage control for Wisconsin. Bases are left loaded yet again. 2-run lead for Iowa after 3. Made it in 04 and in 05, but have not been since. Tisson has them just a few innings away from a return trip to the place where all of these boys have dreamed of playing at one point or another. As we start the 4th inning.
Still, every out recorded in the game by Tisson has been via the strikeout. That was a long half inning, though.
Sure was.
And even though they only scored 2 runs, it felt like about a 20-25 minute inning. So you just wonder how he's going to come out from a strike throwing standpoint. And there it is, 3-0 count right out of the gate.
3 balls, no strike.
He has still only had 2 balls put in play against him today. One was a single ripped into right field to the leadoff hitter Parker Sloden. The other was a Parker Sloden reach on an error. Hitters count. And a walk to lead off the inning for Sam Irwin.
Well, and from a pitch count perspective, it's almost a certainty you will see somebody else. The problem is that somebody else is at first base, and he's pretty good too.
Has a mean breaking ball, Anthony Johnson Jr. Got to see him in a limited role a couple of days ago. Kept his pitch count under 35 so that he could be available today on 1 day's rest. And that ended up being a huge decision by Mark Irwin, because they took him out in a game that they were
losing.
They were not in a certainty to win that game.
Here we go.
1-2 to Bergholz.
Yes, he did.
He went through, dropped third strike.
Batter's out.
And with a runner at first base, automatically called an out. That's the 10th strikeout of the game for Tisson.
And a breaking ball that seems like it's getting better as the game goes on.
Here's Leo Vancaster.
That was the first changeup of the game. Okay, Cooper, get in your bag a little bit for us, kid. We're just going to drop our first changeup of the game, 68 pitches in. Because why not?
Why not?
2 strike.
He wanted it. Instead, 2-2.
A backdoor breaking ball there that looked like it was a pretty good pitch.
And he goes high heat. Vancaster goes down. 11 Ks.
Well, this is both strikeouts this inning are hitters going way outside the strike zone to offer at pitches. And again, it just, the bind a power pitcher puts you in as a hitter, it's just very, very tough.
He is working quickly here and pounding the zone. Pitch count is 74. 85 is the limit.
Swing.
1-1. On the appeal to third, Jeremy Oakley said he did not go.
1-1.
Runner at first, 2 down.
Hey. 1 ball, 2 strike. Time.
Time called by Kyle Fox.
We talk about staying off the plate and going toward, stepping towards it to go to left field. Everybody's playing you to pull, right? Center field is playing towards right center. All right, just get preloaded, get that front foot down. All right, a nice easy swing towards left field. All right, he's throwing it outside. He's throwing hard. So all you do is stay back here, let it travel, and take out the left field. You got this guy. All right, let's go. Thank you.
The coaching batting average has gone down today. Turns out it's a little harder when Cooper Tisson is on there.
1-2 pitch. Misses upstairs.
77 pitches now.
And again, buckled. 12 strikeouts. Iowa offense has just manufactured runs mainly by drawing free passes. They scored 2 runs last inning without a hit. Kieran Curley back on the bump for Wisconsin in relief.
Well, and speaking of hits, the biggest hit of the ball game came off the bat of this young man right here, Xavier Lutke.
Time!
He is hit. You're right, though. He had that RBI double back in the second inning.
Double to drive in a run his first at bat. Now he gets hit by a pitch. And man, it's just so many base runners. You figure at some point Iowa's going to post a big number. They haven't been able to yet.
Ball.
Double play depth for Liam Rasso, who was walked intentionally back in the second inning to load the bases. Each of the last 2 innings, to your point, Berkey, Iowa's had the bases loaded in less than 2 outs. Feels like this game could be way bigger than a 2-run deficit for Wisconsin.
Yeah, you got to give Wisconsin some credit. They have hung in there, even though the game has kind of teetered on getting out of control a couple different times.
7 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 1 error for Wisconsin today. 1-2 the count from Curley.
Thank you.
It's a good pitch right there. I guess a little down. You see Sloden continue to set up well off the plate.
2-2. Rasso takes upstairs, full count.
Just don't love the idea of setting up so far off the plate that if your pitcher hits a spot, it's a ball. You end up nibbling and wasting pitches, and next thing you know, you're in a full count.
Strikeout. Curley battles back. His second K. 1 gone in the 4th.
A big pitch. And Curley challenges in the strike zone here. No nibbling on this pitch. Right down Broadway and right past the barrel of Rasso.
Here is Lysanias Broyles.
Ball. Time.
And time called by Kyle Fox.
Hey, you're doing great. All right, you're doing great. All right, you made it through right kind of the meat of the order. All right, so now we relax, and it's really just work on throwing a lot of fastballs. I'm pretty much going to call it fastballs. So that Ben calling, I want you to go right at them. You can set up right down the middle. We don't need to set up outside. All right, nice, relax, follow through, go right at them, give a little target. All right, take your time, go at your pace that you want to go. All right.
Let's go, Kieran.
First one, thank you.
Love that advice right there. He's seeing what I'm seeing, which is Parker Sloden setting up probably a little too far off the plate. He tells Sloden, set up middle. Let's challenge in the middle of the plate. He's tired of watching the free passes, and now their plan is to go right at this bottom part of the order from Davenport.
Ball.
3-0.
3-0.
Fake out.
He thought about it. Don't let go of that bat till you hear ball 4.
Hitters count. Royals takes. Did not lift the bat in that AB. 2-1 for Tate Devaney.
Now batting number 4, Tate Devaney.
Yeah, go ahead.
And now Kyle Fox, I believe, is going to make a change. Meanwhile, if you or your child wants to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball, you can visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address, find a Little League community program near you. The Whitefish Bay All-Stars won state at all 5 age groups this year. In a real battle here, though, with the All-Stars from Davenport Northwest Little League. The changes for Kyle Fox are defensive. He's going to roll with Kieran Curley on the mound. And he's just missing.
Apparently.
Leo Vancaster back in left field. And time called here by Alan Rasso.
Hey, Brandon, stay home. Here we go. Hey, watch the line.
You got to believe they're thinking this would be Curley's last hitter if he can't find the strike zone. You got Sam Irwin down there getting hot in the bullpen.
2-on-1 out, 2-1 count. That one gets past Sloden. Ricochets all the way back halfway to the pitcher's mound. And both runners stayed put. They just couldn't quite locate the ball.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Got to be ready to swing the bat here. We talked about it down here at the bottom of the order. Ready to swing the bat.
Full count.
Ball 4.
9 walks for Wisconsin pitching. And the bases are loaded for Iowa in the 3rd straight inning. Here comes Kyle Fox. He's going to go to the bullpen. Kyle Fox is going to make a change. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Let's take a trip into Whitestown, the Midwest Regional. You got 7 different states represented, all coming here to the Midwest Regional in Whitestown, which also hosts the Great Lakes Regional as well. Of course, here today we got the boys from Whitefish Bay and Davenport, Iowa, 2 of the closest little leagues here to Whitestown, Indiana.
Iowa with the most Midwest championships, and it's by a long shot. The Dakotas have dominated a recent stretch. Either South Dakota or North Dakota has won the last 3. Iowa last won it in 2022. Wisconsin has never won it, and thus never been to the Little League World Series. Winner of this game punches a ticket to Williamsport. Sam Irwin pitching here with the bases loaded. And Paxton Smith at the plate.
Now the 3rd straight inning where they've had the bases loaded and less than 2 outs. Yet only 2 hits and 3 runs. Let's see if Whitefish Bay can dance out of another pickle.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball. 3-1.
9 walks already in the game. And a 3-ball count here to Paxton Smith, who, go figure, walked in his first time up. He walks in his second time up, and it's 4-1 Iowa. It has been a long week for Wisconsin. This is their 6th game. Meanwhile, it's just the 4th game for Iowa. Pitching, we usually find Berkey late in these weeks tends to be strained for the teams that have had to play through the elimination bracket as Wisconsin has.
Yeah, but that being said, only Leo Vancaster is unavailable. Like they have everybody on their roster, granted, has pitched a lot, but they are available.
What's wrong? Hey. Cool. Relax out here, all right? Focus on Parker and nothing else, all right? Forget the surroundings, all right? You pitched here before, right? Is this the first time you pitched on this mound, right? There's Parker, there's you. Look at Parker right down the middle, right? They're not swinging, right? And this kid has struck out every time in this tournament, right? He has no hits. He struck out every time in this tournament. All you do is go down the middle, all right? Let him hit the ball. Make him beat you, all right? Relax, take your time. You and Parker, and that's it. Here we go, guys.
Alan Rasso giving his son Jackson a hug. Jackson, of course, as we mentioned earlier, just 11 years old. He's playing up a level to be with his older brother Liam, to be coached by Allen on this all-star team. Infield way in as a strike is delivered by Sam Irwin.
Sometimes the hardest thing to do is throw a strike when you know the other team's taken. Maybe that first one will settle him in. Maybe not.
Neither team has really taken advantage of runners in scoring position to this point. Now, Iowa has been very patient at the plate and walked in a number of these runs.
Thank you.
Full count here to Rasso with Cooper Tisson awaiting on deck. Has already hit 2 bombs in the tournament. Strikeout on a 3-2. 2 gone for Sam Irwin.
Huge pitch in the ball game right there.
Cooper Tisson fancies Cody Bellinger and tries to model his swing after the Yankee outfielder.
Yeah, that vertical upright stance that we see from Cody Bellinger. PCA, Cody Bellinger, he's got a couple lefty heroes that are both uber athletic players, and both were probably pretty nasty pitching at 12 years old too, I'm gonna guess.
Well, this is a tough spot for Irwin. You don't have any choice but to go after Tisson. Struggling to find the zone though, 2-0. Outfield deep with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Strike 1.
Strike.
Chance to just bust this one wide open right here.
Mile high pop up could stay in the field of play. It will. Sloden cannot quite track it. Tough on a high fly ball on a very overcast day in Whitestown.
Well, it's very tough, but Sam Irwin's an outfielder. Like, I know he's pitching at the moment, but you'd love to see your pitcher run over and make that play. A much easier play for your pitcher than it is for your catcher. And gosh, especially considering Tisson's up to bat, you'd love to be able to put that one away.
2-2. Tisson, high fly ball again, infield. That's caught, ends the inning. Iowa plates another. They've now scored in 3 straight innings by 3. Cooper Tisson back on the bump, but for how much longer? He's up to 78 pitches, 85 is the max. All 12 of his outs have been strikeouts. And he starts the 5th with a strike to Hudson Nava. New catcher behind the plate is Liam Rasso. As Cannon Kane, who did start behind the plate, moved to second base. 2-1.
Back to the changeup. Again, we're flipping the changeup in there now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lysanias Broyles has also moved off the bench and into left field. The 2-2 is, yes, a strikeout, number 13. And this could very well be the last batter faced for Cooper Tisson with 1 down.
After a 2-1 changeup, comes back with the elevated heater. 13 outs, all via the strikeout.
How many times have you seen that in your career?
This would be a first. I did call the Gavin Weir no-hitter where I believe he struck out 17, I think it was. So, but again, there was a chance. It was, unfortunately for Iowa, was an error. So there could have been a non-strikeout out.
Fly ball into right field. That is just the 3rd time today Wisconsin's put a ball in play, and it ends Cooper Tisson's outing today. And a standing ovation for the Iowa Star. 13 strikeouts and just the 1 hit allowed.
He certainly deserves the ovation.
That's a star in the making right there. And he will be a household name should the score hold and this team make it to Williamsport. 27 strikeouts in the tournament over 9 2/3 innings pitched. Tisson will go play first base, and their other power lefty, Anthony Johnson Jr., will toe the rubber.
Yeah, if you're Wisconsin, this is the old good news, bad news. The good news, you got Cooper Tisson out of the game. The bad news, you get Anthony Johnson Jr. Maybe the fastball isn't quite as electric, but breaking ball every bit as good. Now, the issue for Anthony Johnson Jr. here, as they call him, the Hammer, which I absolutely love that nickname. He hasn't thrown a ton of strikes here. So if you're Whitefish Bay, my guess is Kyle Fox is going to have a plan to be very patient from an offensive side of things and see if he can't hand you a few free bases.
Wisconsin has been here before. In fact, they overcame a 3-run deficit against Missouri in the elimination game final just a day ago. Kieran Curley takes ball 1. This Wisconsin team has not only battled in this tournament, but they had to battle to even get to the Midwest Regionals. A bit unlike many of the other teams in this field. So regularly we hear stories that teams didn't allow a run, or they allowed 1 run in district and state tournament play to get to the regional. Wisconsin actually lost a game in district pool play. That was a wake-up call for Kyle Fox's team. He calls time.
All right, I want to see this. I want to see this look where I know I'm going to beat this guy. That's what I want to see in this at bat. All right, do you have that look in you? All right. Now we say relax, barrel through. Remember, we've been talking barrel through. You got this. All right. In the zone, drive it. Let's go. Compete, compete, compete.
All right, let's see if the plan works here.
AJ's got other ideas. Oh, it's foul tipped.
And again, you just know you're going to have to deal with that breaking ball.
Full count to Curley. Spiked in the dirt. And a base runner is aboard for Wisconsin with 2 down.
Nice at bat there by Curley. We'll put that in the win category for Coach Fox. That counts.
Wisconsin,
some balls.
Berkey has had a base runner on now in all 30 innings they've come to the plate in this tournament. That is a remarkable statistic.
No 3 up, 3 downs. That really is remarkable, especially when you're talking about some of the arms you faced in this game.
That one gets away from Rasso. Curley is going to round second base. Rasso can't find the ball. And he'll stay put at third.
Well, this was the concern here with Anthony Johnson Jr. Again, the strike throwing has been in question.
Griffin Hansen with a 1-0. That one gets past Rasso again. Still can't find it. And Wisconsin scores. It's a 2-run deficit. And remember, Rasso came in to replace Cannon Kane, behind the plate at the start of this inning. This is his first inning of work today behind the plate. 2-0 count.
Ball. Well, now you got to start thinking about making a move. I mean, as dominant as Anthony Johnson Jr. can be, if he's not going to throw strikes, just a 2-run ball game.
Ball 4.
It feels like Iowa is in full command here this game, but they have every pitcher on the roster is able to pitch except for Cooper Tisson. And again, this kid's got big time stuff, but
yes,
you can't let him sit out there and just offer up free passes.
The tying run comes to the plate here with 2 outs in the 5th. Levi Cushman. Good pick by Rasso there. Cushman delivered a big AB in the comeback win against Missouri in the elimination game final.
It's interesting. The players have called this timeout, not the coaching staff. And Anthony Johnson Jr. is doing a lot of looking in the dugout, Matt. And that's always a concern when you're coaching young folks, is when the focus goes from trying to make the next pitch to looking in the dugout to see how the coaches are reacting. That tends to be a concern and a sign of body language that maybe the confidence isn't real high.
1-0. Strike delivered. Gets away from Rasso. Boy, it looked like Hansen had a clear lane there to take second base. Decides to stay put.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Ball, that's down.
Low ball 3.
3-1.
Eli Liska awaits on deck, and then Parker Sloden. The lineup would turn over for Wisconsin here.
Hey.
Full count.
3-2.
Big pitch right here.
Indeed. Payoff. Spoiled by Cushman.
You just got to wonder if he reaches here with a walk, is this it?
7th pitch of the at-bat.
Ball 4.
And a walk drawn by Cushman. The tying run is aboard for Wisconsin in the 5th. And time is called by Iowa. Will this be the change?
Hey, we're good here, right? Got bottom hitter. Just work on finding strike, first pitch, and then we'll go. Okay, then we'll go hit. Let's go. You're good. Up, down, and out.
Here we go.
Keep it simple if you're AJ. Ball 1 to Liska.
It just felt like that was an opportunity to maybe ask him some questions just to gauge his level of confidence, maybe on his ability to find the strike zone.
Ball, left down.
And the misses here lately have not been big. See, that ball just kind of goes begging off the edge. But again, there's just been no consistency in the strike throwing.
Meanwhile, Berkey on deck. You've got a guy in Sloden who's 8 for 13 in the tournament with 3 doubles and 5 ribbies. He is just licking his chops, hoping he can come to the plate with the bases loaded.
Well, it's all the makings of a magical comeback. Now, look, one big pitch right here from Anthony Johnson Jr., and it all goes for naught, but it's certainly in the equation.
2-2 as a strikeout looking. AJ Jr. buckles, especially around the Little League World Series. We've had 5 tickets punched, including 1 here in Whitestown. The team from Hamilton Westside Little League representing Ohio, Boone Treadway, is a name to remember. Might he be joined by the likes of Cooper Tisson and Anthony Johnson Jr.? Certainly Iowa is hoping to do just that and represent the Midwest in Williamsport. We enter the home half of the 5th. Iowa leading by 2. We have only had 3 hits in the game, despite the 6 runs scored. It has been, should we say, a patient day at the plate.
Or a walk fest, whichever you'd prefer. 17 walks in the game.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy, Berkey.
Okay. You think that the offense has just made great swing decisions?
They have had impeccable eyes at the plate.
17 walks in the ballgame.
Here we go.
Anthony Johnson Jr. leading it off for Iowa. He has light tower power.
And would love to give his team a little insurance here. We saw how messy last half inning got. And with 3 more outs still left to get, I'm sure they would love a little more breathing room.
Ball. 3-1. Ball 4.
That was almost an intentional walk. It was 3-1 count, and Parker Sloden set up 6-8 inches off the plate. It just tells you the type of respect they have for Anthony Johnson Jr. Had no intentions of throwing him a strike there in the 3-1 count. 18 walks now in the game.
Cannon Kane walked his last time up. Few haven't.
Safe bet
in this game. 0-1 from Sam Irwin.
One ball, 2 strikes. Ball. He's good. He's in the box.
2-2. Floated right side, caught on the run by Eli Liska, 1 down. Well, we've got some monster MLB matchups coming up over the next few days on ABC and ESPN. Cardinals Cubs, always a good one. Sunday 3 Eastern on ABC. Tigers and the Pirates Monday at 7. Followed by the MLB Little League Classic in Williamsport, Brewers and Braves. Might there be 2 teams from Wisconsin in Williamsport next week?
That's right.
The boys from Whitefish Bay would have to mount a little bit of a comeback here, but it's still a possibility.
Still on the table.
Looked like they might have a chance last half inning. Close to loading the bases for Parker Sloden. Instead, they left 2. He will lead it off for Wisconsin in the 6th. Ball 2 to Caleb Irwin. No relation to Sam, who remains on the rubber for Iowa. Runner at first, 1 down.
Here you go. Here you go.
Irwin's done a nice job hanging in this ball game. It certainly hasn't been
Thank you, buddy.
as clean as he would like it, but every time it looks like he's maybe going to wobble off the tracks, he somehow steadies the ship.
Here you go, 13. Here you go. Here you go.
Big shift on in the outfield for Sam Irwin. Center field and down the line and right are open for this 2-2. Strikeout, second of the game, and this relief appearance for Sam Irwin. 2 away.
What a beautiful pitch that was right there. Just playing catch with the mid of Sloden. Irwin can't pull the trigger, and now with 2 outs, you'll see a courtesy runner for Anthony Johnson Jr. And I tell you what here, Matty, get off the field here, and it really feels like we're set up for a very interesting top of the 6th.
Which will feature the top of Wisconsin's batting order. And they have scored 3 runs in the 6th. Already in this tournament, they trailed 2-0 to Minnesota. Scored 3 to walk it off. By the way, if you're tuning in looking for Delaware and Pennsylvania, that is starting right now over on ESPN2. Chopper off the bag, fair ball, and a lucky bounce for Iowa's Logan Chantis. Keeps the inning alive. Just the 4th combined hit today.
And that one went 60 feet.
And hit an object.
A ground ball right down the line. Karam's off the base. Not a whole lot Burkholz could do there. Once he decided to play it behind the base, he was really in trouble there unless he got a bounce up over the bag. And can Iowa get a much needed insurance run?
Time.
Crew Neff trying to be the one to deliver that insurance run with a runner in scoring position and 2 down. Standing deep in the box here.
for what it's worth, there's been nobody warming up in the Iowa bullpen, so I'm assuming we'll see Anthony Johnson Jr. to start in the 6th.
Particularly after they decided to enter a courtesy runner. That's a great scoop. Excellent play by Kieran Curley. Keeps it 8-2. The team from Whitefish Bay, just outside of Milwaukee, trails Iowa 4-2 in the 6th. Trying to become the first Wisconsin team in state history to make Williamsport. And they lead it off with the top 3 in their order against Anthony Johnson Jr., who struggled to find the zone in his first inning of relief. Last half inning starts at 0-2 to Sloden in the 6th.
And it's the breaking ball. He's now thrown 5 straight breaking balls for strikes. I wouldn't mess around. If you found a comfort zone, I'd keep spinning that breaking ball in there.
There it is. 3 straight. Pegs the corner for a strikeout, 1 gone.
Well, now it looks like a totally different dude. He has found a rhythm with his breaking pitch, and he is landing it on the outside edge. Pitch after.
Sloden was the only Wisconsin hitter through the first 4 innings to tally a hit. And now if you're the guys from Whitefish Bay Little League, you've seen them strike out, and it's quickly 0-2 on their second hitter, Matt Bagoon. And it's been all breaking balls from AJ Jr.
Bagoon tries to bunt. That one comes up empty.
Ball. Come on, 2 strikes.
Lifted into center. It finds grass. Bagoon is on board. And now Sam Irwin represents the game-tying run coming to the plate in the 6th.
Well, Bagoon makes an adjustment there, breaking ball after breaking ball, and he keeps his hands back. It wasn't a rocket, but it'll work.
Just the 2nd hit of the game for Wisconsin.
This dude's dangerous now. Sammy Irwin has been swinging a very hot bat.
3 doubles, 5 ribbies, up to second base goes Bagoon. One pitch.
Ball, that's in.
Inside ball 2. Owen Bergholz is on deck for Wisconsin. He too has been dangerous. 2 extra base hits, 3 runs batted into the tournament. 2-1 set down the line and left. Fair ball. Bagoon will score. Rounding second is Irwin, and he stays put with an RBI double. It's a 1-run game in Whitestown.
He can really hit now. The Wisconsin team just sitting on that breaking ball. He gets one out and over the plate. And we've seen him do this a couple times. What a beautiful gather. Lets that breaking ball travel.
Ball gets past Rosso. Tying run is at third base.
Well, and I tell you what, the ball has been getting to the backstop quite a bit, Matty. And now with the run just 60 feet away, you got any number of ways you can tie this ball game up.
Infield drawn in now for Iowa. 2-0. In 3 straight games, Wisconsin has erased deficits to come back and win. 3-0 count. Wow. Tying run at third. 1 down in the 6th. Winner to Williamsport. Ball gets by. Tying run to the plate. Safe. Tied at 4. Wisconsin comes all the way back again, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Well, you can just feel it coming. I mean, the ball's just getting to the backstop with such regularity. It's tough to keep a runner at third base.
Mark Irwin came out of the dugout, and it looks like he's going to make a change at catcher. They're going to put Cannon Kane back into the game behind the plate, as the game is now tied at 4, and Berkey, somehow the go-ahead run is aboard for the team from Whitefish Bay. They can't even believe it.
No.
Behind home plate.
No, and you've gone from, are we going to relinquish the lead, to now we could find ourselves in a deficit heading into the last at bat. And if the way this game has unfolded, it always felt like a bigger lead than it actually was.
Sure.
Just because Thyssen was so dominant, they were getting so many opportunities, even though they didn't really cash in on any of them. Now all of a sudden you're staring defeat right in the face. And how about, did somebody tell me that the Brewers came back from a 4-2 deficit last night?
Somebody did say that.
Yeah.
That stat courtesy of Lee Torben, our excellent statistician. Look at this. I mean, Berkey, all week long, they've been the comeback kids. And it bears repeating. They trailed 2-0 to Minnesota going into the final inning. They walked it off, scoring 3 runs. They trailed by 2 coming into this final inning. So far, they've scored 2 runs with the 3rd on base. Still only 1 out in the 6th. This team from Whitefish Bay Little League, big fans of the Brewers and big fans of Craig Counsell.
Hey, this is Craig Counsell. Good luck to Whitefish Bay Little League. Go get a W today.
Of course, Craig now managing the Cubs, but for a while was managing the hometown team, and they play at Craig Counsell Park. He began his career playing for Whitefish Bay Little League. And perhaps somewhere he's watching this game smiling.
And I'm sure they have made him proud this week.
A ball in the dirt to Leo Vancaster.
Come on. I got you, buddy. I got you. Relax. I got you. I got you. I got you.
A big breaking ball again, and this is welcome back to the catching position, Mr. Kane.
2-2 tying run is aboard. Timeout taken by Kyle Fox. After the timeout, Vancaster digs in. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The 3rd strikeout of A.J. Jr.'s relief appearance. 2 down.
Well, it's a big pitch. And again, it's as messy as it's been here the last inning and a half or so. If you get off the field with a top ball game, you got to love your chance to come back and win it in the home half.
Lou Bredigan has doubled and driven in 2 so far this week in the Midwest region. He has the go-ahead run at the plate on board after Wisconsin trailed by 2 entering the inning. 2-0 pitch.
There's that fastball command he's been looking for.
Another breaking ball. Surprised Bredigan, maybe a little bit of defensive swing. And now Anthony Johnson Jr. one strike away from getting out of the inning. Bredigan goes down swinging. Fourth strikeout for Johnson Jr. Iowa does what they needed to do. They played 2 to extend the game. He exited the game with 85. They take advantage, score 2 runs in the 6th to tie it at 4. And now the team from Iowa has a chance to win it in the bottom half with the bottom part of their order. Leading off with Xavier Ludke.
They've had so many chances.
No doubt.
Feels like they could have 8 or 10 runs at this point, but all they need is 1 now.
11 left on base today for Iowa. Strike 1 to Ludke. Sam Irwin back on the bump. Came in to relieve in the 4th, and it's been his game since.
Parker, I'll trade that from you, buddy. Thank you.
Xavier Ludke's parents watching on with nerves. This game has felt intense for most of these 6 innings. Even when Iowa had what seemed to be a commanding lead at the time, Cooper Tisson on the mound had 14 strikeouts. Hitters count to Ludke, who has twice reached, including with a double, driving in a run earlier today. Draws a walk to lead off the 6th, and the game-winning run is aboard.
Well, it's a familiar script. A leadoff base runner.
Relax. All right, you look like you're trying to aim it instead of just being loose and firing the ball. All right, fire, blow right by him. You've been blowing it by him the whole game. Blow by him. All right, you're a Buckeye fan. I'm a Buckeye fan. All right, these are Ohio State Buckeyes. They step up. All right, this is your chance. All right, compete. Go at these guys. If they bunt, be ready to make the play. A lot of communication. If it's a bad bunt, you can go 2. Otherwise, if it's a good bunt, go 1. And then you got to sprint back to 3rd. All right. So I want Eli actually covering on 2nd. You're going to go to 3rd on the bunt. Does that make sense? You're covering 2nd on the bunt. You're going to 3rd on the bunt, Griff. You're charging on the bunt. All right. You're staying home. All right. Let's go. Thank you.
Liam Rasso takes a strike. That's how you want to start this at bat if you're Sam Irwin. No Wisconsin team has ever made it to Williamsport. Iowa has been a Midwest region record 15 times. The last coming in 2022. 0-2 to Rasso. Strikeout for Irwin. 1 down in the 6th.
Another good visit. Cal Fox goes to the mound. Sam Irwin settles in. And strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. His best fastballs of this outing past Rasso. And that changes the feel of this inning a little bit.
A strike to Lysanias Broyles. 45 pitches for Irwin in his relief appearance.
All down.
Chops it to 3rd. flipped to Curley. They will get the lead runner 2 down as Broyles reaches first base.
I like the decision there by Curley to flip that ball. What we got here? Curley ranges far to his left. He's so close to him that it's just a much more comfortable play. I'm not sure what the meaning is, but that's about as direct of a slide as you could possibly take.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is, you know, was there a runner's interference? And as you just mentioned, he took a direct slide. It appears that Eric Brown agrees with you, Berkey. Direct slide straight into the bag.
Direct as it gets.
Here is Tate Devaney. Game-winning run aboard with 2 outs.
Ball.
Hey, he's bunting. Watch it, Sam, correct.
Ball. Ball. Here we go.
Sam Irwin has had a nice bounce back here in the middle of this inning. Last thing he needs to do is start nibbling again. The fastball command was razor sharp here to the last 2 hitters.
Ball 4.
Walk on 4 pitches. And now the game-winning run is in scoring position for Iowa.
Number 3, Paxton Smith.
Paxton Smith has twice reached, walking both times at the plate today. Crowds home with Broyles at second base. On a ball into the outfield, would Iowa test the shallow playing outfield of Wisconsin? Winner to Williamsport.
You really need a base hit that causes one of these outfielders to go east or west, because anything out of them, they're just too shallow to score, it would appear. You see what's at stake here. Wisconsin trying to be the first appearance in the history of the state. Iowa looking for their first appearance since 2022.
Davenport Northwest Little League went in back-to-back years representing Iowa back in 04 and 05. They have not been since. Smith takes a strike after the visit to the rubber by Parker Sloden. Irwin just trying to get this game to extras after Wisconsin erased a 2-run deficit in the top half of the 6th. Chopper to short. Hansen bobbles, flips to second, gets away. Bases loaded. And the game-winning run is 1 base away for Iowa.
And wow, that was very, very close to going in to right field and ending the game right there, as we see Hansen can't come up with a clean catch, and then as he goes to flip it to second base, this ball's destined for the outfield and hits the runner. As you see Hansen wide with the flip, but it hits Devaney. And now Jackson Rasso with a chance to win this ball game.
The son of third base coach Alan Rasso had a 2-run single earlier in the tournament. It's his lone hit so far in the Midwest Regional. Could win it here and send Iowa to Williamsport.
Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Thank you.
Game-winning run at third.
1-1.
1-1 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Two strikes.
Well, you got to give Irwin a bunch of credit. This is small strike zone to throw to. Rasso certainly not the biggest kid, and he works ahead in the count. 1-2 count, and pops over there, Alan Rasso.
2 strike.
I think his heart is in his throat right now.
1-2 from Irwin. Spiked, blocked by Sloden.
Nice job there by Sloden. You got to be a wall here.
Cooper Tisson, the batter on deck, has done so much to get this team to this point. Could the man batting in front of him do it?
Good spoil right there. A fastball probably a little off the edge, but too close to take. As the game just hangs in the balance, you can feel the tension.
Here we go.
60th pitch for Irwin. 2-2.
How about foul?
Fouled off.
Well, that ball was going to hit him.
I thought it did hit him.
I think it hit the grip of the bat. I mean, that ball hit right above his knuckles, but if he takes it, it probably hits him. Wow.
The thinnest part of the bat, Berkey. Time called by Alan Rasso, his father. Remember, Jackson, the younger brother of Liam, he's playing up a grade. He's just 11 years old, playing among and against 12-year-olds. With a chance to send Iowa to the World Series. Right back to the rubber, and it's caught by Sam Irwin. Wilson was down 2 runs entering the final inning. They played 2 to tie it. This is popped behind home. It'll fall off the bat of Hudson Nava. Remember, in Little League Baseball, once extras begin, a runner will start at second base. Lou Bredigan is the runner on second for Wisconsin. Ball sent shallow center, and it's caught on the run smoothly by Xavier Lutke. One away.
Well, smoothly is right. What a big play here. Lutke takes a perfect angle to this baseball on a ball that looked like it had a real chance to fall into shallow center field. You see Lutke there at the back of the grass. Beautiful crossover step, runs after that thing fearlessly. And that is a big first out.
One out to Brandon Hearing.
Ball.
Anthony Johnson Jr., the relief man, has a big arm and a big curveball, but has struggled at times in this tournament to find the zone. He's fallen behind 2-0 here.
Come on, 1 strike.
Hearing has an RBI in the tournament.
Ball.
Lays off the 2-1.
You just feel like they have to score.
No doubt.
They've got 1, 2, 3 up. Iowa does in the home half.
Tisson, Johnson, Kane.
And with the runner starting in scoring position, it just feels like a must. You got to put 1 on the board.
Bottom portion of Wisconsin's lineup has produced throughout the tournament. Hearing produces here. In the left, they will hold Bredigan at third. And the go-ahead run is 1 bag away with 1 down in the 7th.
That's a tough decision there for Andrew Liska, but you just wonder if you take that chance right there. I know there's a lot of different ways to score, and there's just 1 out. But Johnson also with the ability to get swing and miss. That is a tough decision right there for the third base coach, who elects to put the brakes on Bredigan.
0-1 to Curley. He was part of a string of 4 straight singles, 3 of them driving in runs.
Thank you.
In Wisconsin's comeback win against Missouri yesterday in the elimination game final. Time called by Kyle Fox.
Let's have fun, loose up here. All right, hit that barrel through. You got your head pulling other places. Lock that head down, jaw down. All right, barrel right through. All right, right field's wide open. Look at that. Right center's open. All right, just get that barrel on the ball. Poke something out there. Get Lou in. All right, let's go.
Oh-2. Foul tipped. Curley stays alive.
An emergency hack right there. Sometimes when you're that late, it ends up being catcher's interference. Doesn't look like that was the case here, but almost strike three and just comes out of the glove of Cannon Kane.
Here we go.
Go ahead run at third. One down. And the 1-2 gets through. In to score from third is Brennigan. Iowa leads. The second out was recorded. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, just a breaking ball that squirts through the legs of Cannon Kane. And I believe is that the last 2 runs that have scored on balls to the backstop? It's that breaking ball of Anthony Johnson, so hard to corral.
He has 5 strikeouts, but you're right, Berkey. The last 2 runs that have scored, the tying run and the go-ahead run for Wisconsin, have been on pitches that reach the backstop.
Ball.
It has been a wild game today. Just 7 combined hits, despite 9 combined runs. 2-0 to Griffin Hansen.
And again, an advantageous spot the way these offenses start, and so almost being down 1 almost kind of feels like even, but I mean, to think that Iowa is now trailing in this ball game is pretty
hard to believe.
Yes,
hard to believe. If you're just joining us, Cooper Tisson, who's now playing at first base, started the game. He is a Team USA player at the 12U level. Struck out 14 batters. Reached the pitch limit, had to hand the ball over, and Wisconsin has made their comeback since his exit. And now some insurance in scoring position as Levi Cushman comes to the plate with 2 down.
Ball, that's up. Ball in.
I beg your pardon, it was 13 strikeouts for Tisson. I've been wanting to give him more.
It's okay.
All 13 outs he recorded were
ball
strikeouts.
Baker's dozen plus.
Besides that fly out to right field. My memory's a little hazy because it's been so long since he pitched.
Ball 4.
And he was so dominant, Berkey. But now the bases are loaded.
Yeah, that's just a distant memory at this point.
Time called by Mike Irwin.
We're in the bottom of the order. Get them here, let's get it out, then we'll go up and get some runs and end this game, okay? You're good.
Wisconsin, second baseman 18, Eli Liska.
Well, I would expect Liska to be very patient right here. You got to make Johnson throw strike 1.
Ball.
Meanwhile, the top of Wisconsin's lineup is looming with Parker Sloden. Should Liska reach? big opportunity here for Wisconsin. 1-0 misses inside. Boy, has this game turned.
That's the pitch he goes to when he needs a strike. And backdoor breaking ball has been the savior for him in this ball game.
Three ball, 1 strike count. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
I think he's taken here.
Squares to bunt. Pulls back, ball 4. 2-run lead for Wisconsin in the 7th. And they turn the lineup over to Parker Sloden.
And for Iowa, you just, I guess it's just Anthony Johnson's ball game. They have had a couple chances where you thought maybe they would go in a different direction, but they continue to trust the big left-hander.
Ball.
And you're in real danger zone here.
23 combined walks between the two teams today. Parker Sloden led off the game with a laser line drive off Cooper Tisson.
Ball, that's out.
Leads this count against Anthony Johnson Jr. 2-1. And AJ Jr.'s pitch count is getting up there, Burke.
No question. Yeah, he's only a couple hitters left.
That's an unbelievable pitch. 12-6. And a 2-strike count to Sloden.
See Nick Hans in the first base coaching box trying to get Parker Sloden to calm down.
Here we go.
Sloden he put the ball in play twice off Cooper Tisson, but Anthony Johnson Jr. did strike him out last time up.
Crowding the plate. Goes down on the 2-2. And AJ Jr. leaves the bases loaded. But Wisconsin now. Guys, 23 combined walks in this game. Iowa had a commanding lead when Cooper Tisson was pitching. He reached his pitch limit, and now he sees a 2-run deficit as he digs in to lead off the bottom of the 7th, and he is aboard with a hit by pitch.
Here you go, buddy. Here you go, pitcher.
And now the tying run is on in the 7th.
Thank you.
Well, and the go-ahead run is the walk-off run. Stretched to the plate. It has not been easy sailing for big Anthony Johnson on the mound, but he got a chance to send his team to Williamsport here with 1 swing of the bat.
Has homered in the regional.
Outfield playing about as deep as you could play. Right field not as much as center and left.
Wind is blowing in from center. Jackson Rasso at second base, Tisson at first.
Yeah, wind blowing in about as strong as we've seen here all week. It's going to take a serious shot to get it out of here right now.
Sam Irwin's pitch count is getting up there. His 65th pitch coming of the relief appearance. (3-0) to Johnson, who really hasn't seen many pitches to hit since his first at bat of the game. Does Irwin just walk him, or does he groove one in here?
Ball 4.
It's a walk on 4 pitches, and now the game-winning run is aboard.
It can flip quickly, can it?
especially with that runner starting at second base. Here's Cannon Kane. Boy, has he been good in the regional. Both at the plate and behind it.
Ball.
A double and 2 runs batted in to go along with a pair of singles. Takes the 1-0 up the middle. 1 run is in. Tisson will round third. Tie game with the game-winning run at second base. A 2-run single for Cannon Kane. Cooper Tisson wasn't stopping at third.
No chance. As soon as that ball found the outfield grass, that game was going to be tied up. I actually thought Anthony Johnson Jr. played it a little safe, not going first to third. Felt like he had a real good chance to get to third base right there, but he puts on the brakes. The game is tied. Nobody out. Game-winning run at second base.
Ball.
So many times throughout this regional and frankly throughout this game, Wisconsin has danced its way out of jams. 3 times they've stranded the bases loaded. They have mitigated damage throughout the day. No moment bigger though than the one right now with nobody out in the walk-off run to send Iowa to Williamsport in scoring position.
Doesn't get bigger than this in Little League Baseball. You got everything on the line here, and Sam Irwin's got to figure out a way to get 3 outs before that runner from second scores.
How do you play this defensively? If you get a ground ball in the infield, you going right to third? Do you try to turn 2? What's your thought process?
Well, if you get something up the middle, I think you're trying to turn 2. Certainly, I think the third baseman, Curley, would step on it and see if he can go third to first.
Here's a ground ball, middle infield. They're going to try to turn 2, not quickly enough. So they get the runner at second base, but Anthony Johnson Jr., who represents the game-winning run, is now at third.
And that was actually one of those balls where you knew you couldn't turn it. You could maybe have gotten greedy and thrown the
Irwin takes second base.
Time had been called.
So he's going to have to go back to first, I believe.
Yep, he's going back to first. I thought umpire Larry Babcock said time was called. I guess not. Yeah, time was called, yet they're letting him stay at second base. Now they're going to send it back. Okay.
And now a double play ball gets you out of the inning and extends the game.
Well, you can't play for 2. You just, it's too hard in Little League Baseball. I think they're going to bring the infield in, even though Eli Liska is standing on the back of the grass right now. Matter of fact, I would just walk the bases loaded and have a force.
Logan Chances has some speed now. Berkey beat out an infield single in his last at bat. He digs in. Game-winning run at third, 1 out.
I would want the force at home here in a tie game.
Ball gets away. Game-winning run to the plate. Johnson safe. Iowa to Williamsport. Tisson will get his chance to pitch on the big stage. It was not a foregone conclusion. And a lot of credit goes to this team from Whitefish Bay, who 4 times in a row erased deficits. They fall short in the championship game, but they have nothing to hold their heads about as they return to Whitefish Bay. Meanwhile, the team from Davenport Northwest Little League will represent their community